So I'm coming out to let the dogs out, or I've just let the dogs out into the garden, and I'm coming out to let the chickens out into their side yard. I'm wondering how this is going to go, because this is the first time since we have this side yard up around here that I'll be letting the chickens out into the side yard, which runs along the back side of this garden. And I'm wondering how Oliver or Abby are going to act with the chickens being so close. So we'll see how this goes. The other thing I got to worry about is this guy, who's a bit of a jerk when it comes to us. He likes to chase us and attack us, although he hasn't been doing as well recently. Merle hasn't been doing so great recently after his initial injury with attacking a broom. Then he was recovering from that, and that's when the dog attack happened, where he got all of his tail feathers ripped out, but they're growing back now. But then now he's also molting, so you know, he has issues with walking. Not from the molting, but he has issues from walking from his other two injuries. And now that he's molting, it's getting cold at night. He shivers a lot in the mornings. Although this week, since it's been a little bit warmer, seems to be doing a little bit better. But we still have to be careful with him because he also likes to attack us from time to time or run up on us. So we'll see how it goes. Penny, you're missing some feathers on your back. Are you now Merle's new favorite? Although he hasn't really been mounting the girls as much here recently, since he's been having his issues with his legs and stuff. But he's looking pretty spry this afternoon, and I'm happy to see that his plume is growing back since the dog attack finally. Ellie Mae. So Alice and the two youngins are here in the mother-in-law suite down here beside me. I don't know if you can see him or not on the camera, but she's upset because she's not getting out right now. Normally when we're out here during this time of the day, we let them out into the garden to run around. But I felt kind of bad because the dogs have not been out here forever, because we're always letting the Alice and the babies out here. And I figured, since it's so nice out this afternoon in the 70s, that we should probably let the dogs out here to explore around the garden for a bit. And then in about an hour we'll take them in, and then we'll let Alice and the babies out. So Oliver's over here sniffing around, and Abby's in the back going to the bathroom somewhere, although this is my spot that I just cleared over the last couple days to start a greenhouse build. And now she's already come out and pooped out here, so now I gotta go clean that up. I guess she liked the good clear spot, thought that it was for her. Now she's all the way down in the back. Probably can't see her back there. She's down through the bushes and flowers and stuff. She's all the way down the back of the garden. So I'm still waiting on all the butternut squash to get where they need to be so I can harvest them. Those vines are all back up over there. A lot of them are starting to die off, but they're still not ready to be harvested yet. They're taking their good old time. And down here is the cabbage and broccoli that I had started in those pots, and since I put them in here, they're really starting to sprout up nicely. So along with my cilantro that has done really well, what what was left from the wild rabbits getting up in here and eating a bunch of it. I still have some nice patches left that I'm actually going to use to make some fresh spring rolls, I think maybe today or tomorrow. So I think my next project with this little bed is behind me here, that has the cabbage and the broccoli in it, you know, because it had a very slow, I don't know what's going on with the chickens over there, had a very slow start because I left it in the pots too long, but now that I put it in here, it is sprouting up. But you know, broccoli and cabbage takes at least 60 days or more to start getting to a place where it's going to start forming its head and really get anything out of it. And now that it's mid-October, I want to see if I can preserve it over winter. So while I am building the greenhouse, I think I'm going to make a mini hoop tunnel over this bed, and I'll do a little episode on that. But basically just out of some maybe 6mm plastic, the greenhouse plastic, and some PVC pipe, where I'll make some hoops over it and cover it up for the winter and see how that goes. And then I'll add in some kale, maybe some spinach, maybe some beets. I don't know, I don't have a ton of room in there, but I'll just stick some stuff in there and see what I get to grow over the winter. Still have a ton of peppers back in here, poblanos, and even some little lemon yellow jalapenos down in here that I need to harvest. But a lot of poblanos are buried in all of these branches along this row here that you can kind of see in these plants. They're starting to fall over a little bit. Even my tallest ones are starting to fall, but that's gonna happen this time of the year. And then I still have a whole bunch more of the ring of fire peppers that are all growing up through here, and a lot of them are red and ready to be picked, but I have so many inside that I've already dried, so I definitely had a bumper crop. There's a guano right in here. It's a nice decent sized little one here. Oliver. You leave those chickens alone. They're not for you. This is what I was worried about. Is he gets really excited about the chickens. And they're right through this fence. And after the previous dog attack, I'm sure that they're not going to take too kindly to him coming up here. They're all kind of gathered in a bunch over at the opposite side. Oliver, you're disturbing the chickens. This is their time too. So you go find another hobby. Thank you. Hi, Abby. Abby has made a awesome recovery since she had her stroke back on Labor Day weekend. She is basically, I'd say, back to 98% of her old self. You know, we didn't even think that she was gonna make it. And now when she's been sleeping, she kind of has a hard time standing up, getting her butt up off the floor, but it just takes her a little bit longer. But other than that, she is back to her regular happy little self. And I think that she's probably pretty happy to be out here in the garden snarfing around, because she hasn't been out here except for I think once since that happened, and we only brought her out briefly, and that was back when she was still having a harder time with walking. So this is my baby girl. Yeah, aren't you? You having a good time out in the garden? How you doing? You got a bug on you. You got a bug on you. Are you hot? You need some water? Let's get you some water. Did you get your drink? Now you need a rest? Need a little rest? After you got your drink of waters. You can get tired faster now, huh? So one thing I have noticed with Abby is that she does get tired faster since her stroke, which is perfectly acceptable, I would say. When she's outside, she tends to get worn out quicker and needs to go lay down. And then the other thing is too, is I built this ramp here on the deck specifically for the, well, primarily for the dogs, because I thought it'd be easier for them to get up and down this ramp behind me than using steps, especially now that Abby's getting older. But she actually struggles more with this ramp than she does regular steps, so I guess I should have put steps in. Although I did make this ramp kind of steep. Even the chickens slip a little when they're going up it. The very end of it kind of drops off abruptly. I didn't make it the grade quite as good as I should have, so my bad on that. So I normally have to help Abby getting up and down this ramp. So I guess that was really it. Just a quick walk around the garden and letting the chickens out and a little bit with the dogs. Just a general little Friday afternoon here on our little homestead. But thanks for stopping in and checking out the video and hanging out with me for a couple minutes today. Hope you guys have had a good week and that everything has gone well at your homesteads and gardens. Hope to see you all again soon. Have a great day. Namaste.